Well, turning to local politics right now, the race for mayor in St. Petersburg, it's pitting the current mayor, Rick Kreisman, against a former mayor, Rick Baker. And I recently had the chance to sit down with former Mayor Baker to talk more about his run for his old office and the issues he believes the city is now facing. All right, former Mayor Rick Baker, thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Sure, as always. All right. Obviously, you have your base who voted you in twice before. The question is, how do you pull over Kreisman voters who think you've already had your turn?
Well, I think the main, it's not really are you going for your base or you're going for the Kreisman voters. To me, I'm trying to get elected by the entire city at this point, and my objective is to communicate to them my vision for where the city should go, and that's what we've been working on.
Well, where does the city go then?
Well, I think public safety is important, but building our neighborhoods and expanding our neighborhoods and supporting the neighborhoods is important. Supporting our schools. We've had some serious issues in our schools, the public schools in St. Pete. We were very involved in that the last time I was mayor. I intend to be involved in that again. Continuing the progress downtown. Really, we've reversed the progress in Midtown St. Pete. I want to get that going again and trying to just improve the overall direction of the city.
Let's get to the Midtown in a minute, but there are a number of issues that you've already called out Mayor Kreisman on, and specifically the city's sewage problem. You say he's not doing enough. This problem started before you were in office, though.
When I was in office, we were under a DEP consent order at that time for our sewer system. So I invested $160 million worth of improvements to our sewer and our water capital system in the city. We fixed a lot of pipes, fixed a lot of lift stations, improved the sewer plants themselves, made a lot of improvements. So there will always be more improvements to be done.
But there was a problem back then. You were aware of a problem, but maybe not to such a degree?
No, there was a problem. Mm-hmm. There was in 99, 2 years before I took office, we had a spill, and that's why we were under consent order. I addressed that problem during my 9 years of office. We spent $160 million of capital improvements to fix the problem. By 2007, after I'd been in office for 6 years, we were named the best maintained sewer system in the state of Florida for the large systems. So we addressed those issues, and we did not have serious spills when I was in office. The problem is that we closed one of our sewer plants. Mayor Kreisman closed it in 2015. Mm-hmm. After going 16 years without a major spill, he closed the sewer plant, and 4 months later, we dumped somewhere between 30 and 50 million gallons of sewage into the bay.
And now they're still working on that even today.
Now they're still working on that today.
Right. Okay. So you were key in securing the city vote to upgrade Al Lang Stadium so the Rowdies could make their pitch to join the Major League Soccer. Was that actually part of the start to your campaign, or at least announcing it to the public?
No, I've been with the Edwards Group for 5 years. Mm-hmm. We've owned the Rowdies for 3 years. So I can promise you, 3 years ago, I was not considering running for mayor of St. Pete. I think it's an important issue, though, and it's an important asset for the city. And it's really a movement that most people in the city, we got an 87% vote on that, and I think we have great support for the Rowdies to move forward with the stadium and with the MLS. And I'm hopeful we'll get it.
You and most of the city very happy that night. I saw you on TV with that.
And the mayor was right there with me. I invited him to come to the press conference for it.
All right, let's go ahead and take a turn now to the Rays. Mayor Kreisman has laid out an ambitious plan to build a new stadium at the opposite end of the Tropicana Field site where they're redeveloping the rest of it. What is your ideal plan, if you will, to keep the Rays in St. Pete? We've been talking about this now for a very long time.
I think it's important. I think we do want to keep them in St. Pete. I think that is part of the effort. I think either at that location or a location in the Gateway area, I would consider either location, but I think we should work hard to keep the Rays in St. Pete.
Okay, let's talk about another thing that we've been talking about a long time now is the pier. Rebuilding the St. Pete Pier. The current project has climbed to, I believe, $60 million. And I guess, would you move forward on the current plan, or would you do something else?
Well, the current plan is already under construction, right. So you really need to continue at least the pilings and the work that's being done right now. And I don't think we should stop the work. People have been waiting. I actually put the funding aside, $50 million, when I was mayor. Mm-hmm. So it's been going on 8 years, and people have been waiting for something to happen there. So I would continue it forward. I think it was a great mistake the mayor made when he told the people that they would be able to vote on which of the different plans they would be able to pick. Destination St. Pete, which is one that kept the pier and preserved it with local architects. It was a great plan. The people voted for that, and then after they voted for it, the mayor rejected it, and then took this plan, which people said wasn't going to be able to work the way it was set up. Mm-hmm. And as it turns out, it can't. And then we now have a watered-down version of that. I would try to to work on the landside portion of that. I'd love to have the largest playground in the city with water features and pavilions for picnics and stuff right by Spa Beach there, so people can have the whole city could come and have a place to enjoy the pier.
I think a lot of people just want to put this issue to bed already and get it built.
I think they do. I think that it is under construction.
Right.
And I believe we should try to do something to make the pier head look better than it's not iconic the way the mayor's got it set up.
Well, let's get back to the Midtown area, which you brought up before. You've also criticized Kreisman for not doing enough for residents there. He says that crime is down by 6% and officers are more engaged in the community. So with that being said, what else would you do if elected?
Well, the Midtown crime's up by 30% the last quarter, so I don't know what statistics he's looking at. The murder rates in the city are way up from when I was my last year of office, so I don't know what he's talking about in that. But what we did do when I was in office is we put in the grocery store, we brought in the St. Pete College campus, the Job Corps site, the Mercy Clinic, the post office, the library, a lot of improvements to that part of the city. Under Mayor Kreisman's administration, we've lost the grocery store, we lost the drugstore that we had in that area, and the major Sylvia's at the Manhattan Casino closed. So I would put more focus on trying not to just retain the assets we have, but build from there.
I want to ask about something that's a contentious issue to some in the city, and that's the LGBT community. It's exploding in St. Pete, and you know what? You came under fire while you were mayor for not necessarily supporting the community. If you had a third term, would you go ahead and support this part of the community?
Well, I disagree with the premise that I didn't support the community. The first openly gay member of a mayor's cabinet in St. Pete history was on my cabinet, and the first openly gay member of city council, when he ran for re-election, I endorsed his re-election. Mayor Kreisman opposed his re-election. So I just disagree with the premise.
But you wouldn't march in the Gay Pride Parade. Right. Why is that?
I attended the parade last year, and I attended it because after the Pulse nightclub shooting, I thought that I wanted to come to show support and unity, both for the folks that were attending and against hate that happened in Orlando.
So then it took a deadly massacre for you to go ahead and march in the parade?
I didn't march in the parade. I attended the parade.
Or attend the parade, so it took a deadly massacre?
I've already said that I would attend. I've talked to the Pride folks, and I told them that I would be happy to sign a welcoming resolution for the parade, for the event itself.
And talking about signing, you didn't sign the Gay Pride proclamation back when you were mayor. Would you change that this time around?
As I just said, I told them I would sign a welcoming resolution for the event.
Okay, so diversity in your community, as we know, is big. So, you know, a lot of people, or there are some people who would question, is this the same man who held office as mayor for 8 years, or is it someone who's changed and possibly has evolved along with the times as the LGBT community surges in population in St. Petersburg?
Well, I'm the same. I'm the same person. I have the same personal beliefs I've always had. My personal beliefs are grounded in respect for other people and working with everybody in the community and building a seamless city. That's what I have always done. That's what I did when I was mayor before, and that's what I continue to do.
All right. Former St. Petersburg Mayor Rick Baker.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.